Hey everybody, this is going to be a very short update, but it's going to be update 101. It's really about all I've gotten done out here between working on the car and working on grandkids' cars and all kinds of things, life in general. But anyway, this is going to be 101. I hope you enjoy it and have fun. Okay, everybody, I did get out here a little bit this week. I did get some plaster cloth on half of this last night, and then I got plaster cloth on the other portion back there tonight. Now all I have to do is put a little bit of plaster on there and then start coloring it back and putting some ground cover on it. And then I'll be ready to ballast that track. Let me show you the other end. Another thing that you might be able to hear, I got my birds working again. You may be able to hear the birds and stuff in the background. I got my CD working again. My CD player, when I was moving stuff around to do the work under here, fell off the top of one of the cabinets underneath there, and I don't know, it messed it up somehow. So I had to spend a whole $16 and get another one on eBay. So it's functioning again. Now, here's the plaster cloth that I just got done putting down on this end. And I need to do the same thing down here. Just put some plaster on it, color it back, and blend it in, and we're off and running. What I got to tell you too is, you see this mess here? Keep this mess in mind, because I had some paper, some newspapers over the top of this to keep that from making a mess. I pulled up the newspapers, and this mess is what I wound up with. Let me elaborate on that a bit. Okay, elaborating on what I was showing you there is, we have not been able to get our plaster cloth from Scenic Express. So I had Robin order me some of the Woodland Scenics plaster cloth. And I now remember why I don't like it. As you're cutting it, it sheds a lot of the plaster. You can see it on the newspaper there. That's just cutting it. And then when you cut it, you wind up with all these long strings like those right there. And then when you wet it, those strings pull out, and those little strings are all over the place. I just don't like the Woodland Scenics one very much. I mean, it does the job, I suppose, but it makes much more of a mess putting it in or putting it down. And you could see that even having newspapers down over there, when I've tried to even fold the newspapers up, the plaster that falls off of the pieces that I had over there all fall back into the layout. And let me show you another example. I went to pick up the papers right there and dumped a bunch of it. You don't get that problem with the Scenic Express, but it's been on back order. I don't know why. We don't know why. I have a short on the track. Oh, that's probably over here. Hold on one second. Let me turn that off, turn it back on. Yeah, I had a locomotive up there sitting on a switch right there. But anyway, my short is gone. I had to move a bunch of stuff. Obviously, I've got stuff piled up all over the place, but I might as well leave it there until I put some, some plaster, texture plaster on there. But the Woodland Scenics plaster just makes so much more of a mess. And anyway, we'll skip that for now. But anyway, you see what I got going on here. And I'll try and post something when I get back to this. And let me tell you something else. Okay, we're just sitting here in the chair, scoping out. But what I was going to tell you is I finally got the title, Arizona title, from the guy on the Mustang. So I took it up and all my paperwork up today and expected to get a big hassle because I paid the New Mexico tax over in Arizona. And I expected them to question that and give me a bunch of grief and have to get some more paperwork from it. But anyway, zipped right through it. Got a license. My New Mexico title will be coming in the mail within 5 to 6 days, probably. Real nice people up there. Checked out the VIN number on the car. Went inside, typed it all up. I paid $54 for the plate and the 1-year registration and the title. And off I went. So that's out of the way. However, before I left to go do that, which was an appointment at 9 o'clock this morning, we had no internet service. So all day long we had customers calling us, what's going on? How come, we couldn't get a hold of you? Blah, blah, blah. We sent an email, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, kind of hectic. Called Xfinity, who we have. And they said, oh, well, we're doing some updating in the area, and we have all the service down over there. Well, how long will it be out? Oh, probably all day. That was an unacceptable answer. So anyways, we had to take the dogs to a vet appointment at 11:30. Got up there. Their internet system was down. They could use the computers in the building, but they couldn't receive anything from outside the building. Then we decided to go to the Calichi's ice cream place near us and get the dogs a treat for being so good at the vet. And they didn't have internet service, therefore their cash registers didn't work. So they were having to do everything through one of the employees' phones and a little gadget that attaches on the phone. So he was running back and forth from the 2 windows in the front and the drive-up window, trying to do all these on a phone, which was taking about 3 times longer than the cash register. So anyway, we finally got internet service back about 3 or 4 o'clock. But when we left Calichi's to come over to the house, here was 3 Xfinity trucks all sitting over by a telephone cross-connect box and one of their interconnection points over here. And they were all standing outside, leaning up against the trucks and staring at their phones. 3 trucks, 3 or 4 guys sitting there doing nothing. And they had pulled out of an electric company's yard over there, which is where I assume they have a regenerating station in there for their fiber optic stuff. But anyways, meanwhile, while our business is down and everybody else's business is down, they're over there laughing and joking around, walking up and down the street, looking at their phones. That didn't make me warm and fuzzy either. I didn't stop and say anything, but anyway, it wasn't a very happy place to be today. So anyway, but I did get, as you see, I got back out here and finished up some of that plaster work. I think I'm going to go back inside. I have done some things to the Mustang, and I've got some more parts still coming. I put some bunch of parts on, but I will be doing a Mustang update pretty soon for those of you who care. But anyway, I'm going to let you go for right now, and we'll just see what else I get on this before I probably do this on Sunday. Okay, everybody, I've got the bottom of the Mesa plastered there, and I have the color. Whoops, I missed a spot. But I have the color for the most part blended in all the way down to there. I have not put any ground cover on it. Of course, there's no ballast on the track. Nothing else, which will fill in a bunch of that. But I think it looks pretty good. Let me take you down to the other end. Okay, today I put some plaster on top of the plaster cloth over here, all the way around the corner into my water bottle and around over here, all the way back down to here where I think I showed you I went to. I did put a couple of rock castings in over there just to break up the monotony. And of course that all needs to be colored in recolored in as well, which I cannot do today because that is still drying over there. I think I showed you in the video, I'm not sure, but I stopped right about here. And today I continued on around and got the plaster all blended in all the way back to the corner. And once again, it will require blending the color in, which is not a big deal. Dirt comes in all colors. And painting the rail and ballasting the track and putting in some more scenery. I realized also that I had never put any scenery on the outside edge here. I got those trees up there, but there's no bushes, there's no ground, there's no bushes, any bushes of any kind. But anyway, I got to do something with that. But what I'm thinking is, once I get through with this corner over here, I think I'm going to go back and start on the branch line a little bit. I'm getting kind of tired of this area over here, working on it. So unless I think of something else, which I always do, I'll let this go right now. Okay, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, it was a little bit short because there wasn't much to put on it. But, as usual, thanks for watching.